Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thanks, game. Let's go fix this.
Of course, Chuckles put his hideout in the Fade. His favorite weird, awful, creepy place.
Oh, so I don't know why it defaults to that Canary. You know, that Canary. There's like all these other ones here. Defaults to that Canary. Well, maybe that's the one we use as the base template. I can't remember. Anyway, yay, we're recustomizing. Now then, I believe everyone wants to talk to me, practically. Well, Emmerich has a quest. They want to talk. Valera wants to talk. Tosh wants to talk. Lucanus wants to talk. Dafford wants to talk, so yeah, we'll just go do the rounds, I guess. Oh, just because we went to talk to Morgan and Mid-Rapis. Oh, so we need to put the thing now. We need to feel regret. But we'll deal with that later. I want to go talk to everyone first. Hi, Emmerich. What do you want?
Rook, interested in visiting the Memorial Gardens?
What are you up to?
Maybe.
I must tend to some rites in the necropolis. It should be peaceful and quite undisturbed. You'd be most welcome company.
I had a show anyway to do with. You said gardens, right? You said gardens. Fucking game. Jesus fucking Christ. Game. You can't do that to me. Worst jump scare than most horror games now. Just, I'm gonna go outside. By the way, the floor's gone. Lost. Fucking game. Ugh. I did not need that one this early. Holy shit. Okay, that one got me a bit more than I was expecting. Hi, what's up?
I cannot say.
Who created you?
I cannot say.
What can you say?
I cannot say.
Right. Deserve that.
Got the archive spirit working, I see.
Rook, you're here. And I did. Sort of. A little bit. It appears, but it won't tell me anything.
You simply ask the wrong questions. A common affliction of the weak-minded.
Oh.
Also that. It's kind of mean.
Well, insult it back.
Just insult it right back. Assuming you know how to insult a spirit.
I've never thought about it. How would you do that? Emmerich might know. That is an idea. Syrian learned a lot, taught me a lot about these archives. They have, well, not thoughts like us, but sort of pathways, I guess. They can only respond to specific questions, worded in specific ways.
Okay, I'm going to rhyme.
If you're powerful, like almost God-level powerful, how would you talk to someone you see as lesser?
Really condescendingly, based on experience so far.
Right! You wouldn't ask questions, you'd tell them what to do, so let's try that. Archive, tell me who built you.
One of the greatest of Elvenan, a steward of her glory. Truly, I was blessed to bathe in his warmth. Anaris built me, and to him I shall someday return.
You mean the Forgotten One?
There's multiple.
I cannot say.
Ones.
Good point. It came later.
Here's an ours.
Did that name mean something to you?
He's a Forgotten One. Got told they were the bad gods. We couldn't speak their names. Not like the good gods, you know, Elgernon, Gillinane. But now we know the truth about the Evan-Urus. So we don't know for sure what the Forgotten Ones were, I mean.
That's a good
They
point.
used to say
actually.
Solus was one, so best
Solus
case
was
scenario,
between
like
both
him.
them.
Worst case, well, you heard it talk.
Right. So this thing's dangerous if it belonged to one of them.
Could be, but still important and invaluable. Everything Anaris knew, this thing knows, and my people deserve to know. If I can get it to tell me.
Well, here's the thing about the Forgotten Ones. Okay. We know most of the Evaners, which, to be fair, a lot of them didn't seem fucking bad. At least back in the old lore. Fucking Bioware retconning that fucking lore. Anyway. So, yeah. Dragon Age. Forgotten Ones. Let's look into the Forgotten Ones just a bit. You know. Because, you know, there's the whole, you know, they're the evil gods. The others being, you know, the good gods. Like, you know, the arts and crafts god, the other ones. Anyway. The thing is, Finher was said to trick both sets of gods, locking them all away. Yeah, to lock the Forgotten Ones away in the realm of the Abyss, the Void, and shine the creators away in the realm of the Heavens, the Fade. So, yeah, that basically would mean they were separated at least when he locked them away. There's that. But anyway, there's Anaris. There's Andrew. The fuck is Andrew? Apparently I don't have any data on, you know, on Anaris. Andrew was the huntress, I'm still on late fortune, elven goddess of the hunt. Oh yeah, so basically, Andrew is probably one of the more closely related to the Evaners. Then how can they be a Forgotten One? Yeah, Andrew is the daughter of Elkanah and Mithril. And all the other stuff. The hunt. Huh. Finral, there's also Darlathor. But was that much is actually written about them. Yeah, okay. It's just, they exist. Not much is known about them. It's not like the Evaners that, you know, we had entire codex entries and origins about, like, also the one about Elkanar and Origins is one of the worst written things I've seen. Because basically, okay, the codex entry is basically, Elkanar was when the sun and the world kissed. You know, the sun just came down and touched the earth. You know, totally didn't burn everything to a crisp and destroy the entire planet doing that. And Elkanar was born. And then Elkanar got like so popular, but it made the sun jealous. So the sun came down and burnt things. And then Elkanar went up and, you know, fought the sun and killed the sun, and then there was no sun. Then how the fuck is there light? How the fuck is there a sun outside if the sun's been killed by Elkanar? I know, David's codex entry's stupid, but anyway.
Archive. Tell me about the Evanurus.
A group of cowards hiding
there
behind
you
their
go.
more powerful magic and superior numbers. Their jealousy of Anaris was palpable. Their war is unending. but Anaris will prevail.
Oh yeah, he would totally prevail. He's just, you know, in the void. Or soulless left him.
Archive, tell me about the Dreadwolf.
An ideologue and a fool who will soon pay the price. When Anaris dispatches the Evanuris, he will spare a thought for Fen'Harel.
Well, there you go.
Have fun with the condescending spirit.
I'll try. Could be worse, I guess.
Worse, like the wound of betrayal Lord Anaris suffered. Soon he will cast down the oppressors and take his rightful place.
What a shame I can't stay longer. Good luck.
Appreciate the support.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that'll be a thing. Dragon Age 5. The Forgotten Ones. Anaris has escaped from the Void Prison. It's up to you and Resurrected Soulless to do the butt stuff to stop Anaris from destroying the world. In the same way that Corypheus tried to. In the same way that Evanar and Gerahade tried to. But this time, Anaris has the Blight. And totally not doing the same exact things that the others tried to do. It's like, yeah, Bioware, I'm watching you, you know. I am watching the shit out of you. Because I know you can pull that shit. Again. It's like one of my main problems with the lore is like, this whole, hey, Eleanor and Geraint are using the Blight to do bad things. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that totally didn't happen, you know, in Inquisition. The problem though in Inquisition though is it was just a footnote. It was not the main plot. The main plot was Corypheus was trying to, you know, tell through the veil itself. To get back to the Fade, to get to the Maker's Thing, to become a god using Fade demons as his own personal army and stuff like that. Totally not what they're up to with the Blight. What's that? He could control
must be
demons?
hurting. Escaping his prison and then returning home only to see it blighted. At least Minrathous will be fine. Well, as fine as Minrathous gets.
There's like that conversation should have been earlier. But yeah, Corypheus could literally channel the Blight to make the Grey Warden's face could be like, ah shit, we're fucking dying. It's time for us to go do our long walk into the deep roads. Because, you know, we're channeling the power basically in the Blight through the Grey Wardens to get rid of the Grey Wardens. And yeah, it's like, I'm sort of glad they're not reusing that in Inquisition, but at the same time, it's confusing why they aren't using that in Inquisition. I mean, in Veilguard. Because, like, they have control over the Blight itself. They could easily get rid of the Grey Wardens, because the Grey Wardens are blighted, so if they have control over the Blight, they could just basically be like, hey, Grey Wardens, go away. And the Grey Wardens would go away, because we technically share the same we share qualities with the Darkspawn in the fact that we have the Darkspawn blood in us. We have that taint. So if they could control the Darkspawn through the Blight, they could easily control the Grey Wardens through the Blight. I mean, it's just like, it's like we know they did it in Inquisition, so we're not going to do it in Veilguard, but it would make more sense in Veilguard given what they're doing, so it's confusing why they're not.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
Please do. I need to hear an actual voice now and then.
Squawk.
Can't imagine why.
I'm starting to dream that I'm a griffin.
It's the
Squawk.
ears. Squawk. Yeah, I think it's mostly a lore issue because, okay, the lore... Well, actually, no, it's a gameplay issue. Yeah. It's a gameplay issue because, you know, Inquisition did the thing. So we don't want to do the thing again in Veilguard. Yet the lore would be... that the lore is almost too similar. If you look at the thing on paper, it's like, wait a second. If Corypheus could do this with the Blight, and then why can't, you know, these ancient elfin mage gods do the same thing? Because they have super Blight even. I know, right? Anyway.
Keep dreaming. It's good to have goals in life.
The real dream is getting him to take a nap. So what brings you by?
Nice to have a fellow warden on the team. Our paths may not have crossed at Weishaupt, but we have one experience in common.
We murdered a lot of
Ah, the
Darkspawn.
joining.
That too.
The moment they handed us a chalice with archdemon blood.
And the moment we took a sip.
What were we thinking?
Exactly.
My head was exploding. You tell me.
I was thinking, wait, I thought this was ale.
Guess somebody wasn't paying attention in class.
I thought the joining was some prank they pulled on new recruits.
Good times.
Yeah. Though I can't say I've got it all worked out, being a warden.
Feeling lost?
Well, you know, there's the fact that we have Darkspawn blood in us that can be controlled by the elven gods, but we're not actually doing that plot point, and I'm going to keep bringing it up anyway.
Well, I find out we've secretly raised griffins this whole time, and you get to play with them. How did I miss that meeting?
Nothing personal. I only got called in when the Gloomhowler showed up.
Sometimes I think about the calling. You hear stories about other wardens who have left for theirs. Here, warden. Thanks for your service. Now enjoy the creepy sound in your head.
But don't worry, that's just an archdemon calling out to Darkspawn.
And before you succumb to that nasty blood you drank way back, how about you spend your final days in the deep roads?
And take a few Darkspawn up while you're at it.
Nice knowing you.
Can't imagine why you'd be feeling lost.
Yeah, the calling. It's just the Archdemon calling out to the Darkspawn. You know, Griff is called out to the Darkspawn. The gods are calling out to the Darkspawn, but yet not to Horus. Which... I need to stop. I need to stop. It's driving me
What's the
insane.
problem with our illustrious leader? Is the first warden always a pain, or is it me?
A bit of both. You know he's all about discipline.
And I'm not.
Well...
Okay, so maybe I like to keep things loose.
And the first warden wants everything lashed down tight. I can see why you might feel a little lost.
Now it's just the fact we finally got to meet the first warden. He seems like someone who would not have cared about Ferelden being blighted. Back in Origins. Maybe not even Orlais being blighted. But speaking of that, yeah, Ferelden's being blighted, Orlais's being blighted, everything's bad down south right now. And we're just taking time to talk. You know, we should be doing more. We should be doing more.
I can't say I've ever been found.
Wouldn't be a great warden if you were. We're all looking for somewhere to fit in.
Not exactly the army of legend.
Legend in the making. You go to war with the army you have.
Yeah, exactly.
Weishaupt will
Origins
come
taught
through.
us that.
Along with a very noisy griffin who'll squawk the enemy to death.
No armor can withstand that.
Don't encourage him.
Won't happen again. See you two around.
Actually, if you think about it, if there is technically basically a blight in Ferelden in Orlais, blight status means we technically can basically go and recruit practically anyone. Remember Origins? Well, actually we would need treaties too. I guess we don't really have northern treaties. But yeah, as a Grey Warden we should have the ability, since blight times means we should be able to go to anyone and basically be like, hey, we need a grandstanding army to go deal with the blight. Because, you know, if it's a blight, it means we're technically the ones who can, the only ones who can really fight it, but the only problem is there's not archdemons involved, so it makes things a bit complicated, because we can't just go kill the archdemon and defeat and send the Darkspawn back to where they were. But yeah, just saying. We should have more authority because, you know, we're a Grey Warden and it's blight times. Anyway, hi.
Why do you run around in fancy mage clothes?
Because I like them.
That's not
I'm
very
barely
fancy
even wearing
mage
a shirt.
clothes.
You fight Anton with a bare midriff.
Everything all right?
We're fine. Just trading fashion tips. So what I wear is a problem for you?
It's not. It's just... why dress like that? Are you trying to make your mother happy?
Tosh, did your mother say something?
Is this about what your mother said on the beach?
No.
Yeah.
What'd she say?
Tasha's mother said that Tash acted more like a man
Oh
than a
no,
woman.
we're going into it.
And you feel like you should wear dresses to make her happy.
No. Can you imagine me in a dress? I'd look stupider than I'd look stupid.
Yeah, I don't think it's about the dress. Oh. Well, we're going into it, game. We're going into it, aren't we?
I wasn't raised under the Qune, but our people believe some jobs are for men and others are for women.
Yep.
You dress like a warrior. And for Canary, a warrior is a man's job. Is that why your mother said what she said?
No. I mean, maybe. But it's fine. She says stuff like that all the time.
And?
It feels... right. When she says I act more like a man. It feels... right. Why does it feel right?
Tosh, do you like being a woman?
Nobody likes being a woman.
Ah.
This is stupid. Forget I said anything.
Okay, so this is...
If you don't want to talk about it anymore, we won't.
But
But
if you
whatever
wanna
this
talk
is,
about it,
this team
yeah.
is here for you.
I still don't know what this is.
Some of my friends in Minrathous talk about not feeling comfortable in their own skin. As a man, as a woman. I could see if they'd like to talk. Maybe what they say fits how you're feeling.
Yeah. Okay. And thanks. You do look really pretty.
Oh?
To look at, I'd smudge your makeup.
Thanks for letting me down gently.
I didn't really want to have to deal with that in this. But yeah, I forgot. Because apparently we need to make this into an entire plot point. It's why a lot of people, you know, are not happy with this game. Because, you know, oh god, the woke movement, to try and bring gender neutralism into the games. Oh no, I shit myself. That's basically how it sounds, you know. The problem though is, okay, the way they make it sound is like she doesn't actually know. It sounds more like she's just gender confused. Like she doesn't know if she wants to be man or woman. So, you know, clearly that point towards, you know, them towards the gender neutral specifics, but yeah. It's like something that doesn't really need to be in the game. Honestly, I'll be honest, doesn't need to be in the game. You can represent things without making it an entire plot point. Like, I'm not bothered by it, except for the fact that it's, you know, taking up the entire conversation for Tosh, practically, now. Like Hogwarts Legacy, for example. Serona, clearly transgender. From the voices alone, it sounds exactly like that. But yeah, nothing in the game's like, hey, let's go into, you know, the whole depths of that, practically. Nothing really wanted to go into the depths of that, and that's fine. You can represent the community without, you know, dragging into that. Because once you start going into that, that's when people will start being like, this doesn't belong in this game, I don't want to deal with this. Dragon Age Inquisition! Dragon Age Inquisition did things a bit worse in my opinion because, Kim, we're going to make a trans man using Jennifer Hare's voice. It's like, wait a second. Jennifer Hare's not transgender, though. Exactly. So, is that... But it's a good thing because we're representing the you're representing the community by having, you know, someone pretend to be transgender for the role in a video game. It's not exactly representing the community that well. Just saying. Like, to be fair, Inquisition was before they started hiring people for those voices roles, but still, it's not exactly a good image to basically be like, okay, we want to represent the community, so we have, you know, this NPC that has this dialogue about being, you know, transitioning from female to male, and the Iron Bowl being accepting of such, everyone else being accepting of such, but we're going to have them be voiced by a well-known person in the gaming industry, because, you know, that'll make us look good having us be voiced by Jennifer Hale. Now it brings up oh, sorry, I don't even have shadows. Just noticed that. Oh, because I'm in the shit. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. But yeah, it's the problem though is, like, okay, I get that back then we didn't have that many, you know, transgender voice actors, but at the same time, it feels a bit off to have, you know, someone else play that role that isn't. I mean, they didn't do too bad with Kim, it's just, yeah. Anyway, this whole gender neutral Canary thing with Tosh is just, well, it's basically The entire time the game's been calling her. You know. The game's gonna get leading up to, you know, a false sense of, well, they're female, right? But no, it would be them. You know, we're not even identifying them correctly. With the right pronouns, even. And thus the game's gonna be... It's gonna try to correct us later. When the game itself has been using the wrong pronouns, so... Yeah, it's not looking
Lucanus?
great.
Where is he?
I was... okay. Game, you told me to go talk to Lucanus, and now he's not even there. Oh, now he's over there. Make up your mind, game. But fine, I'll go talk to Lucanus. I'm so sorry about the rant, it's just... Like, I could see from both perspectives that, okay. A, you're gonna get people that are like, why did you bring this whole thing into the game? It did not need to be in the game. And then you're also gonna have people that are also gonna complain that, why the hell did you not use the proper pronouns this entire time for Tosh? Anyway, Lucanus, what the hell are you doing down here?
Back, demon! No further! Isn't standing up to them supposed to work?
Wait, what?
Let Lucanus go! Don't make us hurt both of you!
What's going on? Lucanus?
It's not Lucanus, it's the demon. It's taking him over. He's trying to leave.
Smells like jam and brimstone.
Well, isn't that fun?
Rook, do something!
Lucanus, wake up!
Ugh. What the?
Apparently that worked.
Tried to walk through the alluvion in your sleep.
Spite wanted out.
I need coffee.
I thought you didn't sleep anyway.
You can't just caffeinate your way out of this.
It's hard for Spite to take control when I'm awake, so I try to stay awake.
I know, that's your whole
Can't just
thing.
stay awake forever. I think that would kill you.
I'll be more careful next time.
We have to make Spite understand that he's endangering you.
He's Spite, not learning. He doesn't listen to anyone.
He does things out.
Don't worry about it. This won't happen again. And thanks.
Somehow I think it probably will. He does things out of spite, so yeah, having him listen to us wouldn't be really the best thing, you know. He's going, oh yeah, he's totally, because he's doing things out of spite, so it's like telling him no just means he's going to do things out of spite. Why do demons seek to possess the living? History claims that their malevolent spirits, the first children of the Maker, angered their creators for returning from them and jealous of those creations he considered superior. They stare across the veil of the living and do not understand what they see. The only problem, though, is the veil was created by soulless, so... Yeah, they know they crave it, they desire life, and they pull the living across the veil where they sleep and prey on their psyche with nightmares. Whenever they can, they cross the veil into a world to possess it outright. Whenever any demon seeks to possess a mage, and upon doing so, create abomination. Most of the world does not know, however, that the strength of abomination depends entirely on the power of the demon that possesses the mage. This isn't true. Fact of all possessed creatures. One demon is not the same as any other. Demons can, for instance, be classified. Giant Browns categorize demons into that portion of the psyche they primarily prey upon has held since the Tower Age. And we're not going into the demon types? I thought we were going into the demon types, because, you know, you have your rage demon, you have your hunger, gluttony demon, you have your sloth demon, you have your desire demon, you have your pride demon, and that's all there was. Then we added in envy demons, terror demons, feral demons, subclass of terror demons. And now we're adding then spite demons and other types of demons. Oh, it's gotten complicated since Origins. In particular, letters is categorization limited by Novaran standards. He claims it makes the matter overcomplicated based on what she's seen. He speaks only of mages again. Every text says I should be dead or impossible. The problem, though, is there were possessed Templars. There were possessed Templars. Hell, even in Origins, there were possessed Templars, or at least Templars persuaded by the demons to, you know, work with them in the tower. So by that, so yeah, this does not align with, you know, even the basic game lore. Like hell, a Revenant. A Revenant is basically when a Pride Demon, or I guess they even said Desire Demon, basically possesses, like, you know, a warrior instead of like a mage. It becomes a Revenant. Well, maybe it's a dead warrior, but still. Like an arcane horror is basically just when a Pride Demon possesses a mage. But yeah, Revenant's a lot worse. Revenants are very worse. At least they used to be. At least they used to be. Anyway, oh, looks like there's gonna be at least 3 of these things, so that's very regret, everyone. Let's go stare at the wall for a bit. I'm sure that'll help. Apparently we have to load up a whole thing to look at the wall. Ooh.
You cannot do this, Algernon. You swore that we would give up our commands when this horrific war was over.
Our people need our leadership. If you're unwilling, leave.
Our people must rebuild, and we must help unite them.
So, we did not fight for freedom, but to conquer this land and our own.
We fought to win, and now the Evanuris are as gods. I do not answer to Mythal's annoying lapdog.
The people are afraid. They must believe in something.
They need strength.
And wisdom.
They need gods who can protect them.
We are not gods. You will learn that.
Every lapdog hides a wolf inside.
Well, there you go. So we had to have an entire loading.
That was strange. They were speaking Elven, but I understood it.
I believe we have experienced a memory in each of our native languages.
Not just any memory. One of the Dreadwolves.
And the mages who declared themselves my gods. Well, mine and Davrin's.
Given what we've seen them do, I was expecting someone to do something epic.
Right? It was so mundane. Nothing grand or cosmic. No setting fire to the sun. It was just talking. Politics. I wish they were monsters. Something grand and terrible. Seeing them like that, they're no better than Tevinter nobles.
But no worse, either. They were people. And people can let you down.
All right. What else can we take from this memory?
Elgranon was hungry for power. Did anything he could to get it, and to hold on to it.
Then Solus, furious at Elganon's installing himself as a despot, started his rebellion.
There's another moving part in this. Mythal. She was keeping the peace.
Trying to, anyway.
Mythal and Solus were close. The Inquisition found a temple to Mythal, and there were wolf statues everywhere.
Then she sides with Elgranon over him. A betrayal.
Well, yeah, that would explain why he nommed her.
It sounded like Solus was loyal to Mythal. What did Elganon call him? Mythal's lapdog? And then she grabs power alongside Elganon instead of standing for her principles. I'd be angry too.
Angry enough to start a rebellion?
That's not how he'd see it. He didn't destroy the world. Elganon did. Solus did what he considered necessary to stop him.
Solus would try to justify what he did, but he'd also blame himself for what happened.
Perhaps these murals aren't simply memories. They're what Solus wishes to forget.
His regrets. That means they're a way to learn his weak points.
Why are we worried about Solus? He's trapped.
Right. But the Dread Wolf was the god of trickery. He's looking for a way out. Bet on it.
Meanwhile, keep your eyes open in the crossroads. If there's a way to restore the rest of these murals, Solus would have kept it in his hideaway. It'd be nice to get inside his head for a change.
Well, there you go, everyone. Look for more of these things at the mirrors, so we can learn more about Solus. I'm pretty sure I viewed the memory game. What do you want me to do now? Oh, apparently we have more regrets to feel. Okay. I didn't realize I had another one. I guess I do. I did pick up several of these statues. Huh. I guess I did pick up several of these statues by now, yeah. Oh god, I have to load for each one of these, though. We're never gonna get out of the lighthouse.
I was not certain you would come.
You were the one who walked away. I never turn my back when my friend needs me.
The Evanurus seek the magic of the Blight.
Yeah, that's
impossible. The Blight is safely sealed away forever.
Though I wish I could believe you. I have sensed the breaking of the wards.
I will investigate your claims. If they forget the danger of the Blight, I will endeavor to remind them.
And then they murdered me as well.
What if, instead, you left the Evanurus and remained with me? Do you not wish for freedom from this struggle?
Be at peace, love. I will stop them.
As you must. The Blight is our mistake.
Are we gonna have a discussion about this too?
Yep. Did Mythal call Solus love in that memory?
That's what it sounded like.
So they were doing it.
The elven gods were free with their emotions. They felt things deeply. The way they express things, well, it feels romantic to us, but that wasn't really how it was. Back then, I mean.
Nah, they were doing it.
Well, no wonder Evanor hates him. He was cucking his wife. And he was cucking him with his wife. There we go.
Oh, they were absolutely doing it.
Being with someone you're rebelling against? Doesn't sound like Solus.
He also met her in secret and talked about how they could run off together.
It sounded so tragic and romantic.
Oh, wait. Never mind. That does sound like him.
So the Dread Wolf goes to Mythal. They might be fighting, but they have history.
And he warns her about the other gods using the Blight. That's more important than his rebellion. It's like kingdoms coming together when an archdemon rises.
Mythal didn't think it was possible. She said the blight was sealed away. There's an old legend about it. Davrin, the one with Andrul's armor. Not sure it matters.
Because, yeah, remember. The problem, though, is there's Origins lore, which I'm going a lot based off of. And then there's, you know, this whole lore that's like, hey, so, you know the Maker and how he sealed away, how the Maker's throne and all that? The Golden City? But we're not going to bring up the Golden City and how the Maker, where the Maker's supposed to be, and then the defensive mages went to the Golden City, caused it to become the Black City, unleashed the blight upon the world, all that. No, apparently we've forgotten all about that now. It's like, did the blight exist before? Because Solus has implied that he basically sealed the blight away, and then the defensive mages found it, which would imply that Solus is potentially the Maker, which, you know, questions all Dragon Age lore, because Bioware is retconning the shit out of things, which makes things complicated. Anyway.
We're deep in elven lore already. What's the legend say?
Right. Well, Andrul was the goddess of the hunt. She put on armor, magic armor, made of something called the Void, drove her mad.
I remember this one. The other gods were afraid Andrul would turn on them. She was doing all kinds of horrible things, causing plagues. It does sound like the Blight.
Well, it all ends with Mythal fighting Andrul. After, Mythal turned into a dragon.
Yeah, Mythal could
She
do
what?
that.
Why didn't you start with that?
Anyway, she took Andrul's armor away. Then Andrul's madness left, and peace returned.
Intriguing. So it's possible Andrul stumbled onto the magic of the Blight.
And when Andrul went mad, Mythal took it from her and locked it away.
Until someone started using it again.
If there's one thing Solus loves, it's telling people they were wrong. And here, he's got the perfect opportunity. Oh, Mythal, you thought your fellow gods were so great? If only you were as smart as me.
He got her attention. She definitely seemed angry at the end.
So Mythal goes off to investigate what Solus says. Then, what?
They murdered Mythal.
It's too clean.
Seems plenty messy with them doing it.
But this isn't just a memory. It's something Solus wanted to hide. What's the crime? What did we see here that he feels guilty about?
I think I might know.
I know exactly what
When
happened.
the Inquisitor was saving the world from the breach, she met Mythal.
What? Like in a dream?
No.
It was complicated. She helped
Flemeth
the Inquisition.
basically is Mythal,
There was a
so
magic
yeah.
pond and a dragon.
Nice.
The
Yes,
point is,
dragons.
she also said the other elven gods betrayed her, killed her.
Exactly. They basically, Mythal went to go investigate the other elven god. Well, she went to go stop the other elven gods. The elven gods murdered her, and would explain why Solus feels bad because, you know, regrets. Like, hey, you should totally stop them. They're doing bad. Oh, by the way, I accidentally got you killed. Whoops.
Okay, sorry. Point of order. If they killed Mythal, how was she still around
Plot
to help the
holes.
Inquisition?
Plot
Elven
holes.
god magic? She'd spent centuries gathering strength and sharing
You
people's
know,
bodies,
Flemeth.
I think.
If it was a truly benign possession, that speaks to her character.
Flemeth. We're not bringing up Flemeth? The fuck is wrong with you guys? But Bioware, what the fuck? You could bring up Flemeth and Morgan and all that, but no, we're not going to bring up any of that. You know, important plot points. Nah, we're not going to bring it up at all. Okay, and why? Anyway.
Solus goes to Mythal, the one semi-reasonable elven god
What about
for
the god
help,
of arts and
and
crafts?
the other gods kill her for it. I imagine the Dread Wolf's rebellion heated up significantly after that.
Right. And Mythal wasn't there to keep the other gods in
Oh
check
no,
anymore.
more arts and crafts than
it's not
the
just
dwarf
that
can
she died.
handle.
What do you mean, Tosh?
It's... Ugh. There was stuff he wanted to tell her, but he waited too long, and then she was dead. He never got to make it right. That twists you up.
That's it. There's our crime.
Doesn't really tell us anything we can use, though.
True.
We know more than we did. That's something.
Then I guess we keep our eyes
Except
open
for
if we come
don't,
across
because
more
you
of these
guys
memories.
didn't cross into Flamip and all that other details that you should have. You know, Flamip, Morgan's mother, all that. Also, you know, we're not going into who drank from the well. Did Morgan drink from the well? Alright, we didn't get to make that choice in this. If Morgan drank from the well, or if the Inquisitor drank from the well. Who gained the essence of Mythos power and, you know, dragon stuff? No, we're not going to go anywhere into that. Oh, and we have more mementos. Oh god, well, time to load again, everyone. Yeah, I did pick up quite a few, didn't I? I didn't realize how many walls we'd be going over at this point in the game. Now we also don't even know if Morgan, you know, had a son in this universe or not now, because no choice. If, you know, her son with the archdemon soul that got taken by Mithril, or maybe not by Mithril.
You dare to try to cage us, jealous of our growing power!
You will pay the final price for this betrayal.
We warned you not to use the Blight. For this,
we don't get
and
hit
for
with the other
Mythal,
one?
I sentence you to sleep in exile ever after. Your own lives will form the veil that keeps the horror you unleashed at bay.
So, yeah.
So he locked the gods away and created a veil between this world and the Fade. I mean, they were terrible, no question. But what he did,
Yeah, there's
it didn't
terrible
just
arts and
stop them.
craft god.
It destroyed our culture, our world.
It wasn't just to stop them. It was to stop the Blight.
That too.
We've seen how bad Elgar'nan and Gillenane are. Imagine all 7 corrupted gods running wild.
So he created the veil just to keep the elven gods locked in their prison?
Yes, to keep them from accessing the Fade. But was the creation of the veil around the world an accident?
You heard him yelling. That's not the sound of a ritual going right.
What do you think, Rook?
Oh, what do I think? Well,
Davern and I have fought the Blight for years. It's
no,
terrifying.
we fought the Blight. We haven't
Watching the
fought
gods
that
poison his
Blight. That's
world,
super
his
Blight.
people, I understand why Solus would do anything to stop it.
I know, Rook. I'm not denying that. I wish there'd been a better way. That's all.
So does he. This isn't a memory he's proud of.
I had another question, and I'm sorry, maybe this doesn't matter, but Solus trapped the blighted gods in an ancient elven building, right?
That's what it looks like. Maybe a palace? Fancier than what I've seen in Arlethan, at least.
And then, the Magisters were lured into
Oh,
the Fade.
we're going
they
into
broke
it?
in, which
Yes.
let the Blight escape, and turned the Golden City black.
Right, and the Black City hangs in the Fade, a little reminder of their mistakes. What's wrong,
Oh, we're
Lace?
going into it?
It's just... The Chant of Light says that the Maker built for them the Golden City, the center of all creation. But if the Golden City was an ancient elven palace, then the Maker didn't build it. The elves did. The
We're
Chant of
going into
Light
it.
is Andraste's visions from the Maker. But it sounds like it's wrong.
You're asking if we just disproved the entire Andrastian faith.
Exactly.
Did we?
Oh god, we did it, everyone. I was hoping this would be brought up, cause it was the most stupid thing in Dragon Age lore that Bioware fucking did. It literally retcons the entire thing. Oh, I need a drink. Yeah, because I caught that when we were talking to Solus like the first time. About how the Magisters, you know, found his vault where he sealed away the blight. It's like, oh no. Because, yeah, that would imply that basically Solus is the maker. That's what it would imply. And, you know, that conflicts with all the Andrastian lore in the first game, in the second game, in the third game. Basically retcons the entire fucking series, just with hey. So that's it. So the Golden City is actually like an ancient elven place, so the Maker had nothing to do with it. So everything we know about, you know, the Maker and the Andrastian thing, yeah, doesn't really matter because technically it was Solus. It's like, do you believe in the Maker? Do you not believe in the Maker? First I questions of the Maker. Show her his belief in Zion. Okay. Here's the thing. We're getting all into the religious topic now. Here's the thing. Do you have faith? Do you still have faith? Do you have faith but does it hurt? Yeah, I mean...
Lace, I don't think you'll ever fully know whether the Chant of Light is literally true or not. What matters is that in its better moments, the Chantry encourages people to be kind and help each other.
What do we tell the Chantry about this?
You don't want to
Do we tell them about this?
They won't believe you.
People are already questioning because of Elganon and Gillenane. It hasn't stopped them believing.
I guess people need that comfort. Even if some parts of it aren't totally true.
The Dalish clans are struggling with the same thing. What do we keep? What do we lose?
Is that
the Elven gods, the
Maker? Worse.
No matter who you light a candle to, you've got some hard questions to ask yourself right now.
Doctrine is not the truth. It is one of many paths to the truth.
I recognize the sentiment, though not the specific quote. Who said that?
My mother.
Ah.
Questions of faith aside, we have some very real gods that still need killing.
Looks like there are 3 more of these murals with the Dreadwolf's old memories. Wonder what else he's hiding.
3 more, eh? Well, how many I still have? They haven't done explored everywhere yet. Oh, for fuck's sake, we have more still. I didn't realize I did have more. The problem though, oh shit, the problem though is every time we're doing this, it's probably they'll, you know, having conversations and realigning outside and stuff. And I didn't realize that. I just been, you know, well, I don't think they've had, you know, actual quest conversation, but we've been missing dialogue because we've been, you know, just doing this straight up each time. Because it resets each time. Whoops. But yeah, it's Religion 101. It's basically not everything you read could be true, but it's all mostly there just to, you know, do good things. Don't do bad things. Don't. I mean, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not covet, thou shalt not adultery. I don't remember all the 10 things, but yeah. It's like that. Basically follow the simple guidelines and don't fuck things up. The only problem though is, hey, you fucked things up. Everyone keeps fucking things up. Like, we went over some of that back in Assassin's Creed Valhalla because, you know, gave me a chance to actually vent about that shit, but yeah. Whole thing about religion is a lot of it's just basically a way for the general population to cope with their resistance in a way that makes, well, I wouldn't exactly say sense, but a way that's comforting. Knowing that, hey, we all believe in these good things will happen to us, right? We do good. But the problem though is if you look into the actual, like, you know, any of the religious stuff and you start seeing plot holes. Definitely plot holes, because a reminder, a lot of that shit was written by a bunch of primitive people back in, you know, X amount of years ago. People that apparently learned how to write. Well, no, it probably was a lot worse back when original was written. And then improved upon and improved upon. The problem though is when you improve upon what's written, people tend to change things. People tend to change a lot of things. Because, you know, we're rewriting the story. We're making it, you know, so it's readable by everyone. The problem though is when you do that, what else do you change at the time? Exactly. The problem though is, yeah, I've looked over some of that and it's like, a lot of that does not align with what we know nowadays. It's like, for example, the whole, and then, you know, the world existed, but then everything around it was water, so the water was separated into, you know, the sky and into actual water. So the universe is basically just water sky. I know, right? Oh, and then, you know, light didn't exist. The world's here just, you know, barren and stuff. Wait, I can't remember. There's a specific order. Okay, yeah, sun gets created. Moon, stars. Except for the moon's not actually a light source. The moon's just a reflection. Anyway, let's not get into that. It's just tedious. But yeah, thinking of it from it, okay. So, you know, the Maker may be soulless, maybe not. The problem though is then there's the Elven thing. Well, yeah. All the Elven lore before this was like, hey, the Elven gods, most of them are great. You know, you have your Elven god of arts and crafts that help the Dalish people learn how to do this and that and this. Nothing evil about that. You have Gilnean who, you know, made the Hala, and the Hala are like revealed by the Dalish because, you know, they pulled out land boats and shit. And they're like the noble creatures that they adore, you know, the Hala. That's all Gilnean really did, was gave them Hala. Doesn't seem evil to me. You have other ones that help them, you know, learn how to do this and that. And then here you go into this and it's like, by the way, they're all evil. Like the arts and crafts one made trinkets out of their intestines and guts and wore them like stuff. It's like basically Bioware retconned the fuck out of shit in this one, and it's why I have to give the story, like, I don't know, like, I can't go above 5 out of 10 for the story, because the story is just bad. But yet, it's basically very hit or miss. The problem though is if you know anything about Dragon Age, it's like, the fuck did you do, Bioware? You took your existing lore, you retconned the shit out of it, then you retconned it some more. And now we've even basically went to the point where it's like, oh, you know the Maker? Well, the Maker doesn't exist now. You know, just doesn't exist. Guess Solus was there instead. It's just very... Why would you do this, Bioware? Why? Anyway, let's have more memories. More regrets. Oh, it's the fact we have souls with a fucking mullet. That's still amusing to me, at least. It makes it more bearable.
You have so long observed the world. Why not consider joining it?
But I have no desire to live as humans. I have the Fade. Besides, this talk of taking on a solid form. I think you underestimate the danger. When you took the glowing stone to build your body, did the earth not shake?
Delirium gives us the strength we had when we were of the Fade. We are the best of physical and spirit. I need your wisdom, Solus. To withstand the louder voices who would go too far like Elganon. I need you.
This is madness. You must know that. I will always follow where you go.
What? This is astounding. The ancient elves were spirits who voluntarily manifested a physical form.
I need more
I'd rather go back to talking about the Blight.
Hey, Lucanus, could Spite turn into an elf?
No.
Sorry, but...
No.
What?
This is... I don't even know what this is, and I'm not even an elf. I can't imagine what you and Davrin must be feeling.
It's fine.
It's fine.
We're spirits. What does this even mean? Could I accidentally banish myself?
To be clear, this memory only shows that the first elves originated from spirits. Balara, you and Davrin are no more spirits than anyone else conceived naturally.
Conceived naturally? Guess I'll go ask my mother.
The knowledge that an entire people were formed from a mass manifestation could change our entire understanding of magic.
If we let it out, is that the right call? Do you want bigoted humans yelling about how elves are demons?
Yeah, that would be
Davrin's
bad.
got a point. World's not short on small-minded humans.
That would be bad. And the fact that, you know, a reminder, the majority of humans were very against elves. Especially in the South. Especially in the South. Like... yeah. Oh god, now it's even getting worse. I don't understand what you're doing, Bioware. Something tells me by the time we finish this game, I'm just going. I might not even want to do that second playthrough, just from a lore perspective. Cause, oh god, I think the story dropped down to at least 4 out of 10 now. Maybe even 3 out of 10. Cause, oh, okay, so now we have the fact that we just basically went, so elves aren't actually, you know, a thing. They were spirits that became elves. Not like, you know, humans or dwarves. And we don't really have enough stuff about dwarves yet, do we? Hard didn't get to work on that.
The entire idea is preposterous.
Oh god.
Who would even believe
Everything's
us?
preposterous.
It does seem outlandish when taken out of context, I admit.
We have to tell someone, though. Strife and Ireland, at least.
If I told Thea and Viago, they'd think I was sampling Viago's poison collection. No one will believe us.
Okay. We keep this to people we trust who have good reason to know. No shouting it from the rooftops.
Agreed. The Morn Watch has a great deal of experience keeping dangerous secrets.
So, beyond the world-shaking stuff, what else did we learn here? Solus himself was a spirit.
What kind do you think he was?
Well, his name is Elven for pride.
Oh god.
Oh, okay.
There's something else. Not about spirits, or not all about them at least. Solus didn't want to become a person with a physical body.
Right. He only agreed after Mathal begged him.
Then that's his regret. He wishes he'd never taken physical form.
Maybe, but not just that. Solus was scared. They built their bodies out of lyrium, and it made the ground shake.
You think the ground shaking was the Titans?
It makes sense, doesn't it? Something was hurting them, taking their blood.
So they struck back, like we'd swat a stinging bug.
The first memory we saw with Elganon seizing power, it happened at the end of a war.
So they defeated
A war
the Titans.
between the Titans and the elves.
And we just saw how it started.
It feels like we still don't have the full picture. But I think that's part of what Solus regrets. He didn't see the danger.
Except he did. He was worried, you said it yourself.
He did it for Mithal. Everything that followed, he could have prevented, if he just told her no.
Then he's got a war on his conscience. Plus, whatever we find next.
Well, even if he said no, I'm pretty sure the other gods would have went ahead with it anyway, so... He just wouldn't have been there to stop shit. Oh, so apparently the hour load up. What did I give Eve? You never got that far. What did I give to Emmerich? Effectiveness? No, no. His apparently does not do anything about weekend until later, when it's like, hey, do you want effectiveness or duration? So we don't know what we did. Okay. Yeah, probably effectiveness, because the duration's meh. I know she just used it to chain off my over abilities anyway. Anyway. So, okay, we're getting into the whole Titan stuff. So basically, the elves took, well, the spirit elves took the lyrium from the Titans to become, you know, physical elves. And then they defeated the Titans, took all that power, well, the majority of them took all that power to basically, we'll be gods of our new race of elves. 'Cause, you know, we're the dominant force now. We took out the Titans, we have all this power. No idea about human. Well, he actually mentioned humans, didn't he? That would imply that humans were technically around back then, too. Okay, I still have more? The fuck do I still have more? Okay, apparently I've gained a lot of these things. Okay, well, let's keep going, everyone. Let's keep going, everyone. That one didn't render properly. We're gonna get Jose about his regrets of Corypheus? No, probably not.
Have you created what we need?
With this, the proper ritual will sunder every titan from its spirit.
Ooh, that's probably bad.
But you must know those severed dreams will certainly be driven mad. A disembodied blight of pain and anger.
Blight, you say?
It is awful what we're doing.
And the only way to end this war.
Okay, that sounds bad. That sounds very bad.
Solus made the weapon that killed the Titans. No, not killed. He cut away their dreams and left them broken and mindless. He passed me in the halls of Skyhold for a year. He made polite conversation, and he knew. He knew what he did.
I don't know what to say, Lace. I can't even imagine. I'm so sorry.
I served in the Inquisition. I know terrible things happen in war. But to do something like this...
The Titans were the size of mountains. I doubt the elves were winning their fight. He considered this the cost of saving his people.
Fear and guilt make people do stupid things.
To do such a thing. No wonder regret eats away at Solus.
No, it's worse than that. That isn't what Solus regrets. Those severed dreams will be driven mad. A disembodied blight of pain and anger.
Mierda.
You can't. That's not possible.
When a warden hears the calling, it's like a song in their mind. Sound familiar to you, Lace?
The Song of Lyrium. Of the Titans.
We think of the Blight as this monstrous force with no mercy, no compassion. Evil incarnate. Instead, it's a caged animal. Mistreated and imprisoned for centuries. Until all it knows is fear.
So, you know... Well, apparently we just explained where the Blight came from. So, yeah... Okay... My brain's just hurting. So, okay. Solus creates, Lyrium Dagger. Lyrium Dagger sucks all this power from the Titans. Titans are defeated. But all that's left in the wake is Blight. Blight gets put to, the Golden City. Except for the fact that, the upper gods start touching the Blight. But yeah, Blight's locked away in the Golden City. Upper Elven gods are locked away for touching the Blight, murdering Mithril, for doing all this bad stuff. Arts and crafts gods doing bad things, involving arts and crafts. But anyway. I forgot which one was the arts and crafts one. Was it Soleil's or was it the one of the other ones? Anyway. So now we're acting like, the Blight's this sentient creature. When it's just, the remains of like the. Can I scroll back up the conversation tree? No? Basically, okay. It makes Blight seem like it's a living thing left over from, you know, the Titans, basically. Instead of just, you know, this whole thing that basically the Darkspawn and the Archdemon spread. Yeah, but what about the Darkspawn?
What does this mean for Darkspawn? Should we be trying to help them?
I don't believe so. If the Blight is a corrupted dream, Darkspawn may be mindless manifestations of its anger.
Right. They're not people. We're never going to get through to them.
The Titans are a problem for later. We have Elgernon and Gillanane to deal with now.
God. Dragon Age.
And then I want Solus to look me in the eye and answer for what he did.
Dragon Age 5.
Each of these memories has been a deeper regret, and almost all of them involve Mythal.
Only one mural left to uncover by my count. If we find it, we'll see what's worse than this.
Yeah, it's like basically, hey, oh god, we have it too? Yeah, we have it too. Welcome to, hey, how did Bioware retcon everything in Dragon Age? Here's how Bioware retconned everything in Dragon Age. You know, the problem though is we're not going in order. Cause okay, so fighting the Titans, right? We took on, you know, physical form. Then we went and we murdered the, then we went and murdered the Titans. That was bad. And then the Blight was there. Oh no, that's afterwards. That's the Veil. And they're like, hey, we should totally use the Blight. The Blight. We won over the Titans. We should be gods. We should totally use the Blight. It was great. No, we shouldn't use the Blight. The Blight's bad, yo. Okay, we're still gonna use the Blight. Then Mirror's like, hey, what the fuck are you guys using the Blight? The Blight's bad. You guys can't be using the Blight. The Blight's bad, yo. Oh no, Mirror's dead. Oh, that's not good. And then Solus is like, hey, fuck all of you. And the Blight that you guys used. I'm all gonna put you inside this big bubble. You're not getting out of the big bubble. So what else is Solus retcon in the Dragon Age lore? Let's go find out. I didn't realize I had literally all these things. Huh, surprising. Because, you know, we haven't even fully explored most of the game. It's weird that we have, like, all this shit. Like, we haven't even been to Hossberg over here. I'm pretty sure there's still shit to do in, like, a lot of these areas. And yeah, it makes it feel like we're towards the end of the game already. Weird. Anyway, let's see what else Solus regretted. Oh, Metro Staff? We're going into that one? Oh, are we going into the... Oh. Are we going into the recent post-Inquisition one? We might be going into that one. The one we seen basically at the very end of the credits. That one. That one is more recent than a lot of this shit. As a reminder, well, we'll let the game do what it wants to say first.
I knew that you would find me soon enough. You need the power of a god, the strength that I alone still carry.
The blighted Evanuris will soon break free from their prison. I must make a stronger one that can contain them.
Yeah, this area is
While the
bad.
prison is important, it is not the only goal you seek.
Why should I not tear down the veil and bring back immortality to all the elven people? They deserve it.
The elven people of today do not deserve to see the world they love be torn apart to salve your conscience.
I don't think they taught this much.
I must fix what I have broken. I am sorry.
As am I, old friend.
Well, guys, what do you think?
Solus killed Mythal? After all that? Is this another memory from a different time?
This is post.
No. He wore that same outfit in the Inquisition.
Yeah, this is post.
We knew Solus woke up in this world without most of his power. Now we know how he got it back.
By killing the only other god around and stealing her power.
All that epic magic and godly power. In the end, it comes down to love and murder. Same as always.
So also a reminder. I forget what Mythal really did about. I don't think they're even gonna go into this, which is the sad part, because you know, since it's not even part of the fucking choice system at the beginning of the game. So Morgan's son, Kyrian, which may or may not exist depending on choices and origins, which leads up to Inquisition if she has a son or not. But basically, if she had a son, the son is basically, you know, Archdemon soul inside and such. Which is partially why, you know, Morgan didn't want Flemeth to actually get anywhere near her child because, you know, Archdemon soul. And then the problem though is Flemeth or Mythal ends up luring Kyrian to her, and then either gets rid of his soul or takes it into herself. It's just like, and the Archdemon soul is just gone. So it could be she deleted the Archdemon soul from existence, you know, getting rid of, you know, an old god soul, you know, to venture old god dragon soul things. Or she took its power into herself. And if she took that power into herself, then Solus also came and took that power from her into himself too. Which, okay, so let's... Well, here's the thing. It could be basically an old god soul that's not even, you know, touched by the whole taint too. So maybe it doesn't even have any control over the Blight or Darkspawn. If it's just, you know, an old god soul. But yeah, it's a bit confusing though, because we're not even going to go into that in proper this fashion. Because, you know, the whole choice involving Morgan's son, not even relevant to Veilguard apparently. So yeah, connecting those pieces, nope, can't do that. So instead, why do you think that happened?
All these memories are about Solus being sad that he was right and nobody else could see it. He was right about how becoming elves would lead to war with the Titans, but Mythal wouldn't listen.
He was right that using the dagger on the Titans was evil, but Mythal wouldn't listen.
He was so proud when he imprisoned the other gods. Finally, he got to prove that he was right, and they were wrong.
Then he wakes up in our time and finds out he was wrong. The elves have nothing. The Blight's a constant threat.
Well, it's not as
And
bad as
Mythal's
the Blight
alive, somehow. But she still won't listen.
But this time he'll show her. No matter what it takes.
So, how does everything we know help us now?
He's being
Good
honest about
question.
fighting the Blight. Whatever happens, he won't risk letting it back out into the world.
Agreed. But he has a plan to escape that prison, and not one we'll like.
He turned on Mythal, the one person he was actually loyal to. There's no way he won't turn on us.
Fail.
He's a spirit, or was once. He might be able to possess someone, affect minds, all the things spirits do.
He created the veil. His very nature is tied to it. That will be a source of strength, but also a potential weakness.
Mythal has him all messed up. Anything about her or Elgernon is gonna make him angry. Sloppy.
Solus thinks he knows what's best for everyone. Anything he does, he'll do while telling himself he's the hero.
So basically, all we've learned from this is Solus thinks he knows what he's doing. Because remember, if Solus means pride, then yeah, the manifestation of a pride demon in, physical form, without being, So basically, he's an arcane horror god.
The bad news is that the god of lies and trickery is almost definitely preparing to betray us. The good news is that we've gone through his dirty laundry.
So, we know his motivations. You think we can set a trap of our own?
That's the hope.
Oh, hi.
You have witnessed the Protector's tale, Dweller. Almost to its end.
Stop.
Almost? How can there be more?
When the mighty fall, their echoes cross the ages. An audience is warranted. Speak with your visitor. She awaits you in the crossroads.
Quay. Oh, Morgan. I like how everyone's just approve. Okay, maybe he didn't move. So yeah. Hi, Eric.
There's some very interesting valences in the ether today.
Oh, so yeah, if you look at the statues. Mythal. Solus. Although I would assume it's Solus. Potentially Solus. Okay, well, you know what? How long have I been recording for? Shit, over an hour and 30 minutes, just mostly just stuck here in the fucking lighthouse. Oof. Wanted to get out there and to go to Trevesio, get back quest done. Go back here to the necropolis, get back quest done. But, let's continue with this, everyone. Let's go find out more about Solus. And what bullshit he was up to, everyone. Cause yeah, that's the thing. Love this is all. Solus was right. Mepho didn't listen. I think at the same. Oh yeah. Yeah, so seeing how things were going to turn out, and Mepho just didn't really listen. Yeah, that is a problem. So that puts a lot of blame on, the one good god, being like, oh, she didn't listen. Now everything's bad. But there's also a lot of blame also in Solus for, not trying to... taking all that time to stop things. Basically, what I'm taking from this is no one's very good here. It's all their fault. Anyway, Morgan, we need to go talk to you and see what else bullshit is happening. Hi, Morgan. What other bullshit do I have to deal with?
Well met, Rook.
Is it gonna be over there through that way? What more retconning
How
do
did
we
you get
have?
here?
I
I did tell you I had my ways through Illuvians when I introduced you to the Inquisitor, did I?
I also know how her crown
Illuvians
things
in
like
general,
Mythos
yes, but not the
too.
Dread Wolf's crossroads.
I would think you have more pressing questions at the moment. Questions about Solus and Mythal?
Mythal?
How do
The
you
two
know
gods
these
have always
things?
been linked, have they not? First, when Mythal bade her companion spirit to abandon the Fade and take on mortal form. Then, when Solus spilled Mythal's
Oh.
mortal blood, that he might absorb her power
When you drank from the
as his
well.
own.
Wait. How do you know exactly what we saw of Solus's past?
Think upon it, Rook. You saw for yourself in the Dread Wolf's memories.
We're in the fucking crown.
When Mythal stood against the gods' manipulations of the Blight, she was betrayed and struck down. Yet she survived and returned ages later to aid the Inquisition in its hour of need. How?
Think about it, everyone. Take a moment to think. Because even I didn't realize this when I should have. Like, I know it's the crown. But yeah, take a moment to think on that. Because remember, Mythal died. Yet Mythal came back and possessed Flemeth. And basically, through Flemeth, Mythal was technically around. With all that, you know, god power and stuff. And then, you know, Solus came and nommed Mythal and gained all that power for himself. The problem, though, is how much that it would imply that Mythal was gone. But Mythal also had a well. And, you know, if Morgan drank from the well, Morgan gained the ability to turn into a dragon during like a certain scene later in the plot progress. So yeah. Yeah.
So, if Mythal was originally a spirit, maybe that's how she survived her body's death.
Very good. Mythal was a spirit turned elven. And when her body was struck down, to spirit, she returned. Her essence sheltered in a willing mortal vessel. Over the centuries, she journeyed from host to host, slowly amassing her former power anew. Until once again, she was struck down, on this occasion, by Solus. He absorbed her power, but not her memories.
Then where did they... Wait. You?
As you say.
God, she drank from the wow and stuff like that. Oh, that's canon.
Assuming you are who you say you are, how much is a fourth elven god going to complicate things?
Only as much as you may allow.
Oh god.
What? That was like how Elganon and Gillenane can talk in your head, but...
'Twas Mythal you heard, her echoes. Yet I am not the goddess returned.
What are you, then?
I once feared Mythal would consume me were I to carry her, but 'twas not so. I remained free-willed and mortal. What I now possess is but a spark of Mythal, shadowed memories through which to sift for meaning. As to our admixture, I suspect you have questions.
See, this one here made a lot more sense than the other retcons because... The only problem, though, is this was a choice in Inquisition. Wait. Did we make this choice? Huh. Yeah, okay, anyway.
You would have met Solus in the Inquisition, right?
I did indeed. 'Twas before I possessed
Exactly,
Mythal's
it was
memories.
before that.
At the time, I thought Solus a scowling elven apostate whose sole passion was finding arguments.
Sounds about right.
He heard me, in all my ignorance, expound on the histories of the elven people, explaining legends he had witnessed himself.
Bet he loved that.
'Tis not a memory that brings me pride.
Do you have information we can use against Gillenane or Elganon? Or Solus?
The last time Mythal faced Elganon and Gillenane, she was struck down by the very dagger you now carry.
What about Solus?
You may recall he murdered Mythal's former host to claim her godly might as his own. I hoard no untapped magical secrets, Rook. What I do possess, I share freely with you and the Veil Jumpers.
All right.
Why aren't you elfin?
How can you carry Mythal's soul if you're not an elf?
It doesn't work.
Her spark has sheltered within both elves and humans who were sympathetic to her in thought and circumstance. Mythal's last host was a woman wronged, trapped by those sworn to love her. We may readily imagine their kinship.
Yeah, I like how we're not even bringing Flemeth's name into this. Like, what the fuck, game? We know it's Flemeth. We play the other games. Jesus, you can put her name in this one.
So, there's the soul of an elven god inside you. How does that even happen?
Mythal's last host was my mother, Flemeth.
Oh.
Oh.
When I learned she intended me to become the next receptacle of an ancient god's soul, I feared naught would be left of my own.
Yeah, you had
It inevitably came to pass on a deep night.
To.
I was awakened by the presence of a blaze of magic in the shape of a woman who both was and was not my mother.
Because remember, Morgan had this whole thing in Origins where she was like, okay, so this is how she survived for, you know, centuries. She keeps bringing up, she has daughters, then she moves on and possesses the daughter, and thus that daughter becomes the next Flemeth or Mithril, so on, it's repeating at the amount of years, all that, right? That's how Mithril is basically survived for its amount of generations. It's just basically popping from body to body to body to body. Makes sense. And Morgan was like, oh no, I don't want Flemeth to consume me too. Well, you should go murder Flemeth, it'll be great. And then you got a choice. You know, you could basically tell, you know, take Flemeth's true grimoire and be like, hey, Flemeth's dead, totally dead. Or you could actually, you know, take out Flemeth in a dragon form. And Flemeth still returns because, you know, reasons. In fact, there's a whole thing about that in Dragon Age 2, which we'll get to. Something about having to take a, like, an item, putting it on a shrine, and Flemeth just returns. Just like that. Even if she was dead, just, boop, she's back. Imagine that. It's like basically putting a phylactery, you know, a lich phylactery. Or a Horcrux, just, nope, yep, survive that way. But anyway. That was the fact that Mithril has a fucking well that's just, you know. The problem though is we're not bringing up Kieran at all, are we? You know, Morgan's son, Archdemon Soul Baby. We're not bringing up Archdemon Soul Baby. Nah, why would we bring up Archdemon Soul Baby? Oh, and the choice we made in Origins. Royal Bastard Archdemon Soul Baby. Right. Gotta remember the Royal Bastard part because we were a female warden. Alistair had to sleep with Morgan. So, yeah. That means technically Alistair. King Alistair. That would make Kieran, you know, technically of royal blood mixed with, you know, Archdemon Soul and Morgan. Yeah, there's a lot going on there for that poor child. The only problem though is, in this universe right here, Veilguard, we didn't get to make the choice, so Kieran is one of those variables that doesn't apparently matter, but yet should matter. And we're not going to bring him up, because, you know, it would have to be like the whole did Morgan drink from the well or not thing. I think, wasn't that a choice? Wasn't that a choice, everyone? I need to go look this up, because I'm getting confused. I can't remember, was that one of the choices we made at the start of Veilguard? Like, okay, Veilguard. Veilguard, no, fucking thing. Veilguard. Previous choices. Yeah, the world state thing. Okay, let's go, Hill. That's just a help, man. That's not the choices. Because there's one with, you know, the romance thing. God, this is just trying to make it sound like it's a good thing what they did. No. No, it's not. Just give me the fucking 3 choices. Don't try to explain it like, so this is why these were good? No. I'm just looking for the 3 choices. Oh, no, but it wasn't even a fucking choice. It's okay, which companion Inquisitor romance? Because technically that could be a major factor if, you know, your Inquisitor was like an elf and they romanced Solus. That could be a major factor point. Or did the Inquisition demand it according to the Chantry? Did the Inquisitor condemn Solus or decide he could be saved? That's your 3 choices. So basically they decided for us that Morgan drank from the well. That's basically what they decided. Even if you didn't make that choice in Inquisition, they apparently decided that was how they wanted things for the story. Anyway.
This isn't the strangest thing I've heard, but it's close.
'Tis difficult to describe, even now. Mathal's memories were both gift and burden, this blazing woman told me. But I must accept them of my own accord. The decision was paralyzing. What would it mean to become such a host? What would be lost if I refused? In the end, 'twas something in my mother's voice which guided me.
What was that?
Regret. Not the regret of a god, but of a mother who knew she would never see me again. And so, my mind remains my own. What I gained was knowledge, both Mathal's and of those who bore her.
Oh, I'd like to move on.
You didn't come out here just to tell me you're Mathal.
I am not Mathal in her entirety, but yes. The Dreadwolf has occasion to visit you in dreams, where he portions out advice. And now, after finding his memories, you have peered into his deepest sorrows. Tell me then, what do you make of Solus?
What do I make of Solus? What do you?
I should ask you. Mithal knew Solus better than anyone.
I would influence your answer. Or do you mean to discover if I would stand directly against the Dread Wolf, were there a need?
Would you?
I shall aid you in any way but that, even had I the power. What has passed between Solus and Mathal, I beg you, Do not ask this of
Well,
me
we know
again.
you're also at fucking fault too, Mythol, because, you know, you let a lot of that shit happen.
Solus talks a lot about what has to be done, being forced to make hard choices. But it's like he's trying to talk himself into it. I think, deep down, he doesn't entirely believe what he's saying.
'Tis exactly like the old wolf to tie himself into the most intricate knots. 'Tis not malice which made Solus your opponent, but conviction, a belief that only he may halt what he set in motion. Yet Solus was once beloved of Mythal. 'Tis his very loyalty and love for his people that led to the tragedy we now face. You may be in a position to determine how it ends, more so than either of you might realize.
'Cause, okay, think about this way. So, okay. No, I don't want to go from spirit to elf. I don't wanna. Okay, I did. No, taking the Titan's power would be bad. Okay, I will. No, you guys shouldn't use the Blight. I mean, you guys shouldn't declare yourselves gods. We should, you know, go back to being just elves. That's bad, yo. Mythal, why are you with him? That's bad. I don't like it. You're supposed to be with me, 'cause I'm Solus. Okay. Oh no, you guys are using the Blight. Therefore they're using the Blight. I don't like them using the Blight. And then Mayfor's like, oh, how dare they use the Blight? I told them not to use the Blight. I should go investigate. Oh, I'm dead. And so it's like, oh no, you killed the one person that actually mattered to me. Well, I'm gonna put you inside a bubble, along with your Blight. By the way, I'm potentially the Maker. Like, where does Andraste fall into all this? Who knows? Apparently they didn't consider that. Anyway. But okay. Yay, I put them in the bubble. Everything's fine. And then everything wasn't fine. The elves got, you know... The elves basically fell into this whole... We missed the gods. You know, the gods that enslaved us and, you know, did horrible things. We missed the gods. Look how Codex is in Origins. The gods didn't seem so bad now, did they? But apparently all that got retconned, but... So we still miss the gods. Like, bring them back. Oh no, the humans are, you know, terrorizing us. Oh no, some of the Blight got... Because the defensive mages went and poked things they shouldn't have poked. Now some of the Blight that's not even as bad as the Super Blights now into our world. And oh no, archdemons and Blights and darkspawns. That's bad. That's real bad. But oh no, our people are persecuted and we're no longer immortal. We live and we die. Oh no, we don't want to live and die. We need, you know, we need to get rid of the veil and go back to being immortal elves. Like, honestly, if Solus just didn't do shit, well, I'm pretty sure things wouldn't have gone better, you know. We would still need to persuade X amount of people to be like, hey, leave the elves alone. And all that, but yeah, it's basically... Solus realized that, hey, oh no. The world's not getting any better even though I try to fix things. Well, I better go back and undo what I did to fix things. But by the way, that's gonna cause bad shit, but you know, if I put like the elven gods from like, you know, this bubble into like a better bubble, maybe that will help. And then, oh no, we got interrupted and bad shit happened. Well, only I can fix it. But no. Look, you have to go fetch things in my stead. I'm totally not going to try to possess you later and make you fetch things in my stead regardless. Totally not going to do that. Anyway.
Well, that's not terrifying at all.
You have been thrust into the lives of gods. Fate will have its way, whether or without our permission.
Even more comforting, Morrigan.
If you would shape the outcome of your battle, I've one last secret to share.
Oh, good.
When Mythal was struck down by the other gods, it was with her own lyrium dagger, the dagger you now carry. Solus recovered it from Elganon, and from it extracted a fragment of Mythal that had lain hidden within its depths. This fragment, a younger sister to the one I carry, if you will, resides here, in the crossroads.
Yeah, behind
I can
those
open the way for you. Find her, survive the encounter, and the essence you obtain will aid you in times to come.
Because of course you can. That's more.
Another fragment of Mythal, in addition to the one inside you.
You are aware of what the word fragment means, are you not? One small piece of many, formed when something greater is broken. The first elves were spirits, as you well know, and when a spirit is broken, it may shatter into pieces, each holding part of the original. Among the ancient elves who became known as gods, Dirthaman and his brother, Falondine, are but one example.
Survive the encounter?
All of that sounded great until survived the encounter.
You know Solus, and have seen Elganon, and memories of Mythal. They are creatures of emotion, as all spirits are. The fragment of Mythal that resides in me lived among mortals for thousands of years. She has grown wiser and more patient. This younger sister has not. She is the essence of Mythal as a god. She is unlikely to listen to polite requests, and though she is but a fragment of the goddess, the battle will test you sorely.
If she's just going to attack us, why tell us about her at all? We have enough enemies already.
A fragment of a god's essence is a powerful thing. It may give you options against Elganon and Gelanain, or against the Dread Wolf himself, should he prove as cunning and treacherous as ever.
Well, there you go. Dialogue? Dialogue. Game? Dialogue. Dialogue. Apparently the game forgot how to dialogue. Yep, there's not even any audio for it. The fuck happened? Berkeley. Okay. The fuck is happening? The game's like breaking right now, which isn't good. Get game? We good now?
You would know this aspect of Mythal better than
weird.
anyone. Could you try talking to her?
I dare say she would attack me on sight.
Spirits can't get along with fragments of each other.
Spirits, certainly. But the aspects of a self-righteous god who have walked different paths for ages? One bears the insult of her betrayal by the Evanuris, and then by Solus, as fresh wounds, insult upon injury. The other once fell in love with an Alamari chieftain and lived happily in a swamp for centuries.
Oh, there you go.
Each reminds the other that another path existed, that they could have been wrong, and nothing angers Mythal like being wrong.
What kind of spirit was Mythal before she became an elf? I know Solus is elven for pride.
Mythal enjoyed ruling and having power, but it came not from the overweening desire to crush resistance, as is the case with Elganon. The emotion that inspired her might best be described as benevolence, a guiding hand, inclined to kindness.
She was out of
But like any
justice,
spirit,
though.
when angered or twisted against her purpose, a more violent aspect arose. Where the Dreadwolf's wisdom gave way to pride when the world did not meet his standards, Mathal's
Oh,
benevolence
retribution.
gave way to retribution. After all, when kindness fails, the guilty must be punished.
Well, I'll go see what I can do, apparently.
Thank you for the information, Morrigan.
I only ask that you reflect upon what I have said. The Dreadwolf is not so apart from the world as he thinks. There, you have the advantage of him.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting any side quests besides this done. Wasn't expecting, you know, to go this in depth at all. I didn't realize we had literally all the things. I thought we'd have to go through more places to find those. Oh well, apparently let's go this way then. Hop out. Well, take me to this other area I haven't been
A
to.
god's
Oh,
fragment, sharper than the whole.
I just realized if this here's the crossroads,
Sundered completely.
how long is this gonna be? Because the problem that's with the crossroads is like a literally entire fucking level before you reach your destination usually.
We're getting close to where Morrigan said that other fragment of Mythal was.
Map. Okay, so basically we have an entire area here that might be... I like how I have most of the chests. Well, most of the chests except for those chests. And, you know, most of the chest. Actually, I might be able to get that chest now that I think about it. But yeah, that one there was Perry Fletchen's Gate, Hossberg. Still not sure about this one. That one there looked like a gate, but I didn't see any, you know, thing. Anyway. So let's see how big this area is. How many potion fights are we going to have to do on the way here? Because, you know, you can't just make it sound straightforward. Oh, maybe it is straightforward. Why is there a chest detached? Oh, it's up there. Why is there a chest detached here? How would I even get up to you, chest? I don't know. I was reading that. The stone nearby bears the couches of Titanic cloth. The master has been carved shapely in the ground for broken tooth. They accused my treachery against Finhar and cast me down from the height. I protested my innocence then. I protest it now, crawling with my limbs shattered. There's no one to hear, so I offer myself up for execution. Then once more, please the gods, may the name of no be cleansed with flame. Who? No, seriously, who?
That has to be her.
Do you believe she'll be willing to speak with us? Or are we bound for violence?
Guess we'll find out.
Well, I'm pretty sure we need the thing. I'm just trying to figure out how do I get up to that. I'm probably overthinking things, you know. As is my nature, it's probably come back this way through the process of coming back this way. Anyway. Let's just not worry about it and go deal with the thing. Hi, what's up?
You are Rook. I have seen you and your companions. I never thought to see Kunari, who did not yet exist in my time, scurrying about in the Dread Wolf's crossroads. And you know who I am.
Mythal.
The part of me that survived betrayal by the rest of the Evanuris, if this can be called surviving. Solas. He drew me from the dagger that struck me down, but what is left of me can only survive here. I cannot return to the world, and even the true Fade is denied me. All I can do is watch. Why are you here? To beg me to give up what remains of myself to help you defeat the monsters Elganan and Gillenane have become? Or do you simply think yourself ready to fight a god?
I came here to ask for your help. The gods have endangered the world and...
You dare explain to me what they are doing? You are 1,000 years from knowing the proper words.
We saw Solus's memories, his regrets.
You saw the recollection he cultivated like a tree, twisting to catch the sun. You wish for my help? Convince me.
Okay.
Make your case,
Where's my persuasion?
and I will yield my essence willingly to help you against Elganan and Gillenane. Fail, and I shall kill you for wasting my time, or you will kill me and obtain my essence in doing so. A harder-edged, simpler version. It has been centuries since a petitioner stood before me, so why should I help you?
That's a good question. Why? How to do this? Anyway, yeah, we must stop the blight.
If I don't stop the gods, the whole world will be corrupted by the blight.
That is why you must succeed, so tell me why I must help you.
We know the truth about the blight. We know it came from the imprisoned dreams of the Titans after you and Solus defeated them.
And?
Stopping the blight mattered enough for you to talk with Solus even after he rebelled against you. It mattered enough for you to stand against the other gods.
And I was struck down for doing so, betrayed by those I had ruled beside for centuries.
You made the difficult choice to protect your home because it was the right thing to do. Help me do the same.
Not bad, but not enough. Let us speak of something else.
Oh, we have to choose more.
You can't want Elganan and Gillenane to rule the world. Not after what they did to you.
I ruled alongside them for centuries. I bear them no love now, and they were ever flawed, as all rulers are. Yet the world needs rulers. So set the blight aside and tell me why I should help you topple them.
What they did to you was wrong.
And you care so deeply for the injustice done to me thousands of years ago.
You deserve justice. And they deserve to be punished for misusing their power and killing you when you tried to check them.
If you wish to prove your worth, you must do better than that.
I am worthy of your help.
That is for me to judge.
I am fighting to protect this world.
Any petty tyrant can fight those who come to their land and claim to be protecting their people. What is a protector to you?
It's making a place that's safe for everyone. That means defending against danger. But it also means building a strong community that works together for the common good.
And what have you built?
Look at my team. We're not just hired blades. We started as strangers and grew together into a family.
Your arguments are compelling. I find you worthy, Rook.
Yay.
I have spent thousands of years watching. I shall miss that. But if what I am can protect the innocent and smite the guilty, this is what remains of me. I give it to you freely. Use it to protect this world with kindness when possible and cunning when necessary.
I will. Thank you.
I offer one further boon. I cannot enter the physical world or the pure Fade, but in this place, I still carry some power. Evil has intruded here. The Blight, seeded by Elganon and Gillenane.
Tabasco.
Find it. And when you meet your greatest challenge, I will fly one
when we get
last
past that one
time.
gate. Okay, well, hey,
the essence of a god.
Yeah, let's just take this god statue.
Like a piece of the sun. I've never felt something so alive.
Yeah, let me just put this in our bag.
Well done. But we must find a purpose for this wonder.
The god knows her moment. At least her essence does. When the time comes, we'll be ready.
Yeah, here's the thing. We basically need that for, I believe, the good ending, so... Yeah. Fragment Mythol following the team warfare for power and willingly surrender essence. That power now rests safely within the team. With the team, ready for when they find it used to stop everyone again. Any other god who might strike.
We did it.
We did it, everyone. We got Mythos essence. We also got a sword. It's just, it does, you know, damage. Cool.
We got Mythal's essence.
For once, a peaceful resolution.
Not sure what we do with it just yet, but if Morrigan's telling the truth, it'll come in handy at some point.
Does that do I want to go down, though? Maybe. Can I go down? But yeah, I would assume if we, you know, chose the wrong path, this would be a big fighting arena fighting, you know, Mytho Dragon. But yeah, I'm pretty sure what she's referring to is when we go to do, you know, the Thrice-Seared Gate, though. Which we still need to defeat those things. The problem, though, is, yeah, we're definitely not ready for that fight. We still have quite a few levers to go. We still have quite a few things to do. Like, a reminder. I was going to do, you know, the side quest. But then we got stuck into this whole quest chain and had to deal with Bioware's retconning bullshit. Which I'm not really a fan of. Like, if you played any of the other games, it's just a fucking insult. It's like, hey, everything you knew about the previous games is wrong. Because this is what actually happened. The Maker's not real. Solus did all this. It's like, okay. Thanks for changing all the shit. For some reason. I don't know why you thought that was a good idea. Oh, so the Caretaker's Workshop can we upgrade? Goody. Oh, what's in the box, everyone? What's in the box? What super MacGuffin weapon could we find? Decor. Damage versus enemies with low health. Standard enemies are now always considered to have low health. Does not affect boss enemies. Depending grants 5% ultimate. So basically everything's considered to have low health, which I guess would work with abilities that do more damage for low health, though. That's not bad if you think about it. Because basically that would be useful with... let's see, what we have. Where is it? So do I have it in a ring form? I know I have it in weapon form. Like, for example... No, that's light, that's heavy, that's charged. Damage with health, that's just health. Ah, here we go. Plus 50% damage for enemies with low health or precision. Wow, precision is activated. The more precision and critical attacks for enemies with low health are lethal. So that would be like really useful for like the Fade Touch War Rats. Then I'm sure there's other stuff that's like, well, these guys have a low health. So like, but for example, that one, damage for enemies with low health, stagger for enemies with low health, critical damage for enemies with low health. Like, you can have a whole build that's just about doing damage with low health if you team it with that. Makes sense, makes sense. The problem though is there's entirely too many possible build ideas, so yeah. So we always thought Mephisto would join us eventually, that she was better than the rest of the owners. He made this place so she'd be comfortable here once she joined the rebellion. Now it's too late for us to seal this place off. Out of grief, he won't let me in. Sorry, my friend, there's something left for the war to take from you after all. So anyway. So we're gonna go over there and deal with that. But I believe that's Habsburg, right? Oh wait. Gates. Gate of Parched Hope, Gate of Fairy Legends. Bonus, I don't remember what Parched Hope one is. If it's this one that doesn't show up, or there's another one. Because, you know, there's that one now, Perry Fletchens. But, there's also potentially a path that's blocked. I don't know. Basically, we'll come back to that later. And then, you know, Thrice Sealed Gate, which requires us to deal with this. And yeah. But anyway, world. So, anything new now that we've done this? I think this was technically a side. It was like a main quest that led to a whole side chain that, you know, is important, but yeah. I have a missive. First, other circumstances prompting on me were perhaps not what you've heard from. I'm glad we didn't meet. I've heard from. I've heard a review from Varric, of course, and Harding spoken and continues to speak highly of you. However, the greatest vote of confidence came from Morgan. She's so tight for spying those who might shift the foundation of the world, even if they don't know it yet. So it was she who suggested me, and so seeing her counsel proved to be the wisest decision. Unfortunately, I seen Grimtide that was a soulless ritual, and the escape of the gods ring across the south, and the smell of war is heaven there. And Orlais, splinter faction of the Nobelius, made comic cause with the Venatorian, launched assault on both the royal forces of Orlais and the border keeps Verden. Oh goody, the Orlaisians were having a civil war again. And of course, harassed shipping out of Ostrich, and then the 4-7 wires flight has emerged once more. Darkspawn and great numbers have been spotted near the ruins of Ostrich. Again? Oh, for fuck's sakes. Where's the warden commander from Ferelden? I told you not to leave this out to me. Oh, right. Alright, they couldn't have the warden commander from Ferelden because, you know, that's the thing. We don't have a variable for that at all. If you think about it, because that would require a choice back in Dragon Age Origins. Did the Warden Commander survive the fight against the Archdemon, or did the Warden Commander sacrifice themselves? We don't know. Because there wasn't that choice here, so that's a variable that can't be predicted, so basically our Origins character doesn't exist in this universe, potentially. Yeah, that it makes sense because the Warden Commander could exist in this universe, but could also not exist in this universe. But since there's, you know, this whole no choice to this, we don't know what happened to the Warden Commander at all, if they exist or if they don't exist, because, you know, they could have died, they could still be alive. But since we don't know, we couldn't actually have them exist in this timeline. Because, you know, we haven't made a choice in this timeline. Because we couldn't make a choice in this timeline. Thanks, Veilguard, for making things complicated. See, this is what happens when you basically have established lore. And then you basically don't let people import their proper world state. You fuck up the world state. Like, it was a bad decision on Bioware's part to basically go, oh, we're just going to have, like, these three choices matter. When you have, like, all this existing lore. And then you can't use it because, you know, if you're retconning it, like they did a lot. Or you're basically just ignoring critical stuff that could matter. But no. You just overlook it and don't play it into the rest of the game, and it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Anyway, if I told you to leave the stuff to me, and I stand by that. I share this news not to ask for help, but to remind you that you and your people are not alone. The gods of the greatest evil Synthetis. Its people are so installed and resolute. Take care of the gods in the north, and I'll make sure that the south handles itself. So, where will we drink to victory? First round's on me. Then Inquisitor. Work Professor is blind or something. Oh, it's right that. Work, you remember Linus prosper the snake nest on everything he did for that demonic deal? That would save his kid after we found Linus. I asked around. Linus had been raising Reggie alone. When the kid left to fend for himself. What? Did we even find the kid? I don't think we did. Then Linus said Reggie just had a friend. The friend wasn't expecting the arrangement to be long term. But when to get the kid at home, the news wasn't easy to break. As people looking out for him. Found evidence on demons around a lingering blood magic on Reggie. The demon's interest in this family appears broken. For now, with the Shadow Dragons, we'll keep an eye out just in case. Thank you again for helping me. Query and the Shadow Dragon here says I'm well minted. We've worked together to map routes to the blight parts of the catacombs. A few more wardens have arrived as well. Between the Grey Wardens and the Shadow Dragons, we will now clear these tunnels to dark spawn. When this together all over Thetis, whoever the fight takes you next, I believe you and your friends will find a way through the blight, or blight will be stopped. Anyway, so do we need to go back to Tower yet? No, no quest there yet, so don't worry about going back for the catacombs loot, because there's no quest there yet. Still need to go there. Still need to go hill. Still need to go back hill. But nope, nope. Right now, we're going back to the lighthouse. And I'm calling the video because I wanted to get other stuff done, but oof, we went through a lot in this video. I'm just trying to think. I'm going to have to label this one separately because, yeah. Just all the retcons. Something about retcons because, God, there was a lot of retcons. Retcons basically being when we take established lore, then we change it because, you know, we need to add like new stuff to it because, you know, it's basically like, you know, Disney taking over Star Wars and basically saying, okay, so and then basically being like going to like the old stuff and basically being like, oh, so like Darth Vader wasn't Luke's father, but Darth Vader was like Luke's uncle instead. And then people across the world are like, what the fuck did you do, Disney? Why would you do that? That's basically what it feels like in this.
What do you make of the astrolabe, Nev?
That magical artifact up there that keeps us from being swallowed by the Fade.
Ooh.
Add some class to the place.
Yeah, it's basically like if Disney went and took like Darth Vader, you know, well-established character, all that stuff, and was like, okay, so like Darth Vader's not Luke's father, but like he's like his uncle instead, and like there's actually like Matt Skywalker. Yeah, Matt Skywalker's actually Luke's father, and you know everything that happened in like episode 3 and with Padme and stuff. No, none of that mattered. None of that's actually canon now. That's basically what like a retcon would be. That's like how it feels like in Veilguard right now. It's like we took established lore, and then we just took a shit on it, and then we're like, hey, so this is how it's not is. The Maker doesn't exist. Solus did all this shit. The whole elf thing doesn't matter because, you know, the elves and gods are all evil, despite, you know, what we know from the other games. It's just, it's a lot to take in. Anyway, apparently we're not done with this video yet. We need to go pick up a quest. Surprised there isn't like an option to reveal these things. Anyway, Tosh, I need to go talk to you. You have a quest. Tosh, what do you want me to do?
Hey, glad you stopped by. I was gonna grab drinks with the Lords of Fortune at the Hilt. Come along if you want. Get to know the Lords.
Man, sure, why
Sounds
not?
good.
I can... You know what? After what we went through, I could use a fucking drink or 10. Okay, remember. Wait for the floor to load. Hi, Caltech. I need you to make my ship better.
Abundance.
Alright, I'm being stupid. I need to upgrade this first. Yay. Oh, new enhancements available, right. So I can take, like, this hill and I can put, like, instead of health, 10% health. I don't know how much that actually adds, but sure. And, like, for this, instead of 30 defense, 10% defense. I don't know how much that actually adds. And then I could, like, add that low health and high health. You know, I'm gonna be stupid and just add more stagger to it. So stagger plus stagger plus stagger plus stagger. We are entirely stagger. How about that? I mean, we could put applied shock damage. The problem though is I need to actually see what shock does. The problem is I can't view things from this, which is unfortunate. Anyway, time to upgrade everything. Because remember, we cheated these resources at least. And then there's all you guys. At least yours is simple. Just boop. Boop. That's very situational. Oh hey, you know what we can do, just in case we go like Biowware's thing. You don't have nearly as many bows. Oh, staggered. Yeah, sure. Why not? Oh. Yeah, I haven't really found anything for Harding much, have I? Because that's the thing. Harding's not really with the rest of our stuff, if you think about it. That's right. Harding has like a weird role. Be fucking bots. Piece of shit. Knew that was gonna happen. Dog be good. I have new armrest bots, and of course I would end up hitting it and sending stuff flying anyway. So as I was saying, Harding has like a unique role where basically she's not part of any of the stuff, so, well, besides the Inquisition. Because like, okay, you have Bioware, which is Veil Jumper, so everything like from the Veil Jumper merchants and Veil Jumper stuff would reward Bioware. Makes sense, right? You have Davrin, which is Grey Wardens. Makes sense. Emmerich, Mornwatch. Lucanus, Crows. Neve, Shadow Dragons. Tash, Lords of Fortune. And then you have Harding. It's like, yeah. You run into this problem where it's like, okay, so what is Harding? How's Harding going to get better stuff? Because, like, you can't really just go and buy stuff. Usually because she doesn't really have a faction. She doesn't really have a faction in Veilguard, really, because the Inquisition's, you know, down south. It's not up here in the north. It's like, so how do we get, like, her stuff upgraded to, like, rare quality and, like, how he has, like, you know, well, he started with blues, but like how his stuff's been upgraded to purple quality. Her stuff's stuck in like regular quality and green quality. It's like, how would I get better? Well, to be fair, most of Valera's stuff is also stuck in green. But her stuff can be upgraded. I just have to, you know, get better stuff from, you know, the Veil Jumpers and stuff like that. Harding doesn't have a merchant really, and it's concerning. Yes, and then your stuff. Like, Lucanus' stuff I ended up getting upgraded real early, apparently. It's already purple for the most part. And that one there is very situational. First mages. Like, it's very situational. It's like, do you want to do 50% more penetration and enemies already fetch with bleeding gain? The problem though is I'm not sure about if I can ever upgrade his stuff really, because, you know, if it was at the merchant, well, that's a bit effed, isn't it? Alright, right, the thing that does better damage versus dragons. If I ever remember to, you know, upgrade the thing that does damage versus dragons. I gotta remember, if I fight dragons, you should bring Tash. Pretty sure if I fight dragons, I'm not going to remember to switch my team. Anyway. Just in case. There we go. Now who the fuck else wanted to talk before we end the video? Oh, there, over there. Okay. Let's go talk to people before we end the video.
An underwater prison? That's still pretty amazing.
I mean, I did like the
Amazing?
underwater prison.
I suppose it is. Do you think the elves made it? It didn't seem to winter.
I think so. I wonder what it was built for. Originally, I mean.
Whatever it was meant for, it's a bit of misery now.
Right.
Yeah, okay, I admit that was a fun set piece. Do I have anything? Oh, we have through the veil. Oh god. Nope. We don't need hands reaching through the veil. The dragon's skull is fine. Jeez. Oh, well,
okay,
this is great.
That's enough.
Squawk. Hiss.
Quiet now. Fine. Who wants a treat?
Well, Manfred. I do.
Me? I want one.
Well, I don't have any.
Why'd you get my hopes up?
A little white lie to quell the riot.
Are you sure it's little to them? Yeah, Davrin, where's my treat?
Yeah, Davrin.
Come on, guys, give me a break. Rook?
Squawk.
What are we all saying?
Well, it isn't be quiet.
Sorry. It's all I've got.
I needed that one after all that.
Wait, you can't just leave me with
Yep.
Good luck with that.
See that? That helps. You go through entirely too much lore and serious shit. You need the levity. The levity helps. Alcohol also helps. But the levity also helps too. Anyway, hi Harding. What's up? More Titan stuff? More garden stuff?
Hey, Harding.
Maybe we haven't reached
Rook,
romance
hi.
stuff yet.
Is
I
there
just
something you
realized.
need?
Like, here's the thing. It feels like, yeah, we're in the late game, but yeah, I don't even think we've reached Act 2. It's just, we've done a lot of exploring. That we basically, yeah, we haven't even reached any romance status yet. It's just basically been, you know, it's weird. It feels like we should have had that by now.
Bioware made snacks. Seems like you could use one. Food always makes me feel better.
I could use some cheering up, actually.
It's Solus's memory, isn't it?
They stole Titan blood to walk the world like humans. And when the Titans didn't like that, they just took their spirits. Should I be angry or sad? Why aren't I angrier? It's a lot to handle.
Well, here's the thing. The Titans were way before your time. Like, way before your time. So it's like, yeah, you could be angry that, you know, everything you know has been changed, like I am. But at the same time, yeah. Don't blame Solus. Blame Bioware. Blame Bioware.
I won't tell a small, probably angry Titan how she feels. She can feel however she wants.
Oh yeah, she's connected with the Titans too, though.
Thanks.
That's the thing.
You're the best. It's strange. I don't hate Solus for this, even though a part of me thinks I should. I don't even want revenge. We have to stop him. Too much is at stake. We all know that. The Inquisitor, you. I know it's not about the past. It's about the future, but
Exactly. The future
I just
of
want to
Bioware
talk
is a bit
as
complicated.
equals. I wonder if he's even capable. Solus was always distant. Guess it's hard to react when a magic rock's talking at you. Anyway, thanks for checking on me. I'll be all right.
I know. You're Ace Harding, child of Titans. You can handle anything.
Oh, shut up.
Harding approves. Okay, well, I think we're caught up with everyone now. Yes. So let's do the usual. Go to the mill and save and leave off. And then next time we'll go do those side quests I meant to do in this video, but you know. Varric, I'm surprised Varric didn't even show up for that conversation about all these things.
Our enemies are gods, Rook. Nobody fights those alone. That's why Solus lost and why you'll win. He always thought his attachments were a tragic flaw he had to overcome. But they're a strength.
Like, Varric, did you catch any of the Bioware BS down the stairs that we had? Because that was a lot to take in. Anyway, save. Save. Did we mention save? Just save. Yeah, especially this save. We have to always make this save. Because, you know, had we been at the start of this video, I had to reset my character customization. And that's why we make that save. But anyway, so yeah, next time, more Dragon Age of the Veilguard. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all and have a nice day.